Well, here I am. Hey, I just got home from work and, I found I was locked out of the house. So, you know what? When you're locked out, you got to take advantage of the time you got. Maybe you're going to sit on the step like I am right now. But, I promised the wife that I'd mowed the lawn over the weekend. So I just mowed it now. I didn't, all that bad. And now that I'm sitting on the front porch waiting for somebody to come home and let me in the house, so I can do what I was going to do, hey. I got to thinking about the President Trump again. He's got that $1.7 billion he set aside for people who've been wrongfully convicted of shit. And I got a couple of tickets, and I'm parking tickets and that. And I got a moving violation or two. I got to get that shit paid, and I'm wondering, could I get some of that 1.7 billion to cover that? Because kind of a drag. They've been accumulating. They keep charging more money because you don't pay, and on my salary, I can't really pay for nothing anymore. It's like price of gas is like through the roof. And for that President Trump, I know you don't mean it for it to go so high, but maybe some of that 1.7 billion. Maybe we could, some of us could kind of use that, and I know he's got to bomb Iran and everything, so there ain't much more money left after that, and, I mean, who knows, maybe he'll have to tap into my Social Security, but, what the hell, I mean, them Iranians, they've been a torn in the side of the Americans for just too damn long, and it's about time somebody kind of took care of them, even if I got to pay crazy amount of money at the gas pump, and even if the price of groceries is through the roof and my wages really suck. I mean, they really do. Thank God I got that Social Security, but then again, if Trump taps into that, who knows what could happen. That's just a few thoughts of mine. Got my fingers in the way of the lens here, but I've been thinking, and I don't know, maybe I'll go back to Wisconsin and run for Congress or something. What do you think?